We got the 27-year-old point guard. We got the 27-year-old Sixth Man of the Year award in Trez. You know, we got younger.
With Mark.
You know, we got Mark, who's a Defensive Player of the Year, and his IQ not only playing against him in the NBA, but also playing against him versus Spain.
Some confidence. Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard is joining us now. So, Chris, do you agree they got better because they got younger?
Well, LeBron looks awfully confident. Was that tequila he was saying?
Yeah.
Tequila.
Yeah, we on that tequila. Yeah, we on. He should be confident. The Lakers look great. I've said it before. I'll say it again. They are going to be better. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'll give you this. They lost one thing. Athleticism at the rim in Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee departing. But as LeBron said, Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell, they're different types of bigs, but they can more than make up for what they lost in those two guys that moved on. Gasol, as he said, basketball IQ is great. And you still got AD. AD is, you know, one of the best shot blockers in the league, so he'll be fine at the rim. And the thing is, AD, I expect him to be much better, solely because of the confidence he will have gained from winning a championship. He's 27 years old. And
that's another 27-year-old we got.
Just hitting his prime. Yeah, he is going to be much better because now he knows no one can mess with me. Nobody. I mean, he may go for MVP and try to prove he's the best player in the world. So I think that in and of itself is going to help. Let's get to the elephant in the room. Dennis Schroeder. I know people are thinking this could be a big deal. Schroeder said he's going to start. I honestly do not think it's going to be a big deal. I don't know what the Lakers' plan is. He said that they talked to his agent and everything seems like he's going to be penciled in as the starter. I've seen reports that said that's not the case. You know, they're going to play it by ear and let him earn the position. Whatever the case, Schroeder has shown last year that he could come off the bench and play well and that he could play with Chris Paul and with SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So he can play on the ball or off the ball. Even if he starts, LeBron last year had the ball, you know, at times had the ball out of his hands and was more of a scorer. They put him at the pinch post, the elbow, things like that. So they can do that. And then at times, Schroeder can indeed have the ball, and or LeBron can have the ball, and Schroeder can play off it like he did at times last year. He's improved dramatically as a three-point shooter. Even shot almost 39% from three on 5 attempts a game last year. And look, if he comes off the bench, I'm sure he wanted to start in Oklahoma City. You know, he had started 2 full seasons in Atlanta and averaged 19 points and 6 assists. So he thought of himself as a starter.
Right.
He goes to OKC, ends up coming off the bench. He was fine. Remember, last year of his contract, the last thing he wants to do going into free agency is disrupt a championship team, have issues with LeBron James. That would not be a good look for him going into free agency. So if he does have to come off the bench, I'm sure it'll be fine. He'll get his points, he'll get his minutes, and he probably will get a ring.
You know, I forgot about the most important 27-year-old. Yeah, that's on this space my bad. Oh, AD, baby goat, 27-year-old Schroeder, 27-year-old Trez Harrell. And it's not so much the age per se, it's the quality of the age of the player that we got. We feel the need. Rob Pelinka basically said, Chris, I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to go to the umpteenth hour, get left with the bag, because we tried that with Kawhi, and we had to scramble and fit pieces together. Now, it came together, and it worked out very well, but I'm not doing that again. The moment he probably got word that Atlanta was going to throw a ton of money at Rondo, he's like, okay, let me try to find me a point guard. And that's what he did. He went out and got a point guard. Rondo was unbelievable, but we know at points in time during the regular season, Rondo is going to get injured, or he has gotten injured over the last several years. Trez Harrell, and granted, I love the fact that we got a guy that's motivated, that's hungry. His type of mentality, it seems to me, and what was supposed to be a team full of dogs, they only had 2, and it seemed like it was Trez and Lou Williams, because everybody else were porch puppies. And Jermichael Green made note of that. I don't know if you heard his quotes, Chris. He said we had a 3-1 lead, and one team showed a lot of heart, and we called it, packed it in.
He did not say that.
That's what he said.
He did not say. You just put words.
What did he say? There it is, right there. There it is, right there.
He didn't say we packed it in. He said the Nuggets showed a lot of heart. He's now a Nugget. So what else is he going to say?
Chris, hold on. If I got a 3-1 lead, I'm up 3-1. And I lose to that team, and I'm on the team that had the 3-1 lead, and he say, well, they had a lot of heart. What are you saying about me? What are you saying about us? We lack something.
He knows it was all types of mess going on in that locker room.
It sure was.
He knows it as well as anybody.
But Skip, I know. See, what Skip's trying to do, Chris. I
haven't spoken yet.
No. He going to talk about, hey, LeBron talking about it's going to be real simple. It is very, very simple. If we come out here and play, it's like the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. All Mahomes, defense don't give up 40 points. We could. Lakers saying, you know what? If we can stay healthy and our guys just do what you've done in the past, we straight. That's all. That's the simplicity of it.
I'm real straight right now. I'm not sure about LeBron, though, because I am loving this. I just got to watch LeBron do a podcast with Allie Clifton and his 2 buddies he used to play with. And he's back, he's sipping tequila. I hope he's not hungover on Christmas Day. I hope not. I doubt it, but I sure hope not. And there are actually 2 elephants in the room. As Chris pointed out, there's one because, yeah, LeBron, you got younger, but you got way dicier in your locker room because you have 2 marquee acquisitions. We just talked about Schroeder. He just blatantly, publicly said, maybe delusionally, I want LeBron's job. LeBron's going to play off the ball. And by the way, my agent he took my demands to Rob Pelinka, and Rob signed off on it. That's what Schroeder said. Signed off, I'm going to be the starting point guard, and I bring the ball up, and I will set up the plays and run the plays so LeBron can get his shots.
We lied to him.
Okay, well, something is amiss here. And Schroeder is not one to be messed with because he is his own little man, and he will make a stink if he thinks he got lied to. Meanwhile, the Clippers said enough of Montrezl Harrell. He became a malcontent. He's challenging everybody in the locker room. He thinks he's better than he is. He is a liability on defense, especially against the Denver Nuggets. And now you have embraced him. You took our problem. It was addition by subtraction for the Clippers, and now he is yours. And when you win 6th Man of the Year, all of a sudden you're thinking, man, I should be 5th man, 4th man, 3rd man. I might should be 2nd man of the year.
No, ain't nobody thinking like that.
Yeah, and he will challenge AD, and he will challenge LeBron because occasionally they're a little too cool and they're a little too nonchalant, and sometimes they don't close games with ferocity, with any dog in them. And now you got Montrez ready. He's going to be nipping right at their heels. Well, what's up with that?
Let me ask you a question. Who's Trez's agent? Who's his agent?
Yeah, he's another one of those guys.
What do you mean, one of those guys?
Well, KCP stayed. He got way overpaid because Clutch clients don't count against the salary cap.
Yeah, very right.
So Clutch got his money.
So
AD got his money because he's a Clutch client.
We don't do infighting.
Oh, okay.
We play hard. The problem that, and I said this, the problem that Lou Will and Trez had with Kawhi and Paul George, he didn't believe they practiced. First of all, they probably didn't practice, and then they didn't believe they played hard all the time.
How about LeBron and AD saying we don't do shoot-arounds anymore?
Okay, they don't.
How's Trez going to like that? If I get my ass up out of bed, you better get yours up. Okay, here we go.
The difference...
Go ahead, Chris.
The difference is the leadership. The Clippers would tell you now, they like their team, and I think they will be 2nd best in the West to start the season. I got them slightly above Denver. But they'll tell you now, they don't have leadership. That's the problem. They don't have leadership, and they certainly didn't have leadership last year, so no one could handle the locker room. Now, look at LeBron. Look at the people that have been reputed.
Don't look at me.
Reputed to be problem child that LeBron's handled.
That's what we do.
He's handled DeMarcus Cousins. He's handled J.R. Smith. He's handled Rajon Rondo.
Yep.
He's handled Kyrie Irving. Even Kyrie's had issues everywhere else, but with LeBron, he was able to win the championship. I know they split up eventually, but they got a ring. So LeBron has practiced handling these guys. So I don't see problems in that locker room. When you sign up to play with LeBron, you know It's a championship or bust season.
That's it.
And Schroeder's got to understand, if I win a championship, average 16, 17, off the bench or starting,
The money gonna be there.
I'm going to get paid in free agency. That's got to be his mentality.
That's it. That's how it's gonna work.
And allow me to add one other point that LeBron made. He's gloating about, we've got a former defensive player of the year in Marc Gasol. He won it in the 1800s. That's how long ago it was. It was in the 1800s. That's how old he is. And by the way, LeBron is now dropping hints. We may add his big brother, Pau. He's 40 years old. He's in mothballs. He quit a long time ago. He's not going to come out of mothballs.
But, Chris, Skips keeps talking about Serge Ibaka. Did you know James Harden averaged more blocks per game than Serge Ibaka? And so did Marc Gasol? A blocker.
Yeah.
How you 7 foot tall and a point guard average more blocks than you?
Yeah, how about averaging 16 and 8 coming off the bench and shooting 39%?
Hold on. We got two guys that average 18 and 19 points and the other average 18 and a half coming off the bench.
Yeah, but my guy is a good guy who loves